Good afternoon, everybody. We're here today to see this fantastic 4-bedroom detached character family home today, just outside the village of High Halden. So I thought I'd just wander you around a little bit so you can get a bit familiar with the house, outside, inside. So as I mentioned, we're just on the outskirts of High Halden today. This is Harbourne Lane. So if you were to go up Harbourne Lane, it links onto Church Hill, which then links you back into the village of High Halden. So from the property, you would be able to walk in about 15 minutes along this road and get you back into the village. So High Halden itself has a gastropub called the Checkers on the green. It has a shop, a one-stop shop. It has the village primary school as well. And it also has a golf course and a 13th century church. So a lovely community as well to boot in High Halden. So this is on the outskirts in this lovely semi-rural position, but as I say, 15 minutes walk up the road, less than 5 minutes in the car, and you're back into that village with those amenities. So Harbourne Lane, as you can clearly see, is a very, very quiet road indeed. Yes, gets a little bit of traffic at peak times, but other than that, it's exactly as you see it here today. So hopefully comes across in the videos, creating that lovely sort of semi-rural, peaceful setting, which you'll see more and more as we wander around throughout the house. So we'll go and see the house in a minute, but I will just talk you through this quickly. Down here is a bridle way, so it's a no-through road down here, so there are no cars that go down this this road. There are 3 dwellings dispersed at the end of this road, but that is it. So only obviously traffic for those cars, but nothing else. So it is just Harbourne Lane, which I just showed you. It's obviously very quiet as well. Here is a public footpath that leads across the neighbour's field there, and then disperses all the way out there, and you could get to Tenderton itself if you were to continue linking up with all the footpaths there. There's also, whilst we're on the topic of footpaths, a footpath up off Harbourne Lane up the top there that does a massive loop and arrives back here. Takes you about an hour, and then there's another walk over in that direction, which again does another loop via public footpaths, and probably takes a couple of hours with that one, with a longer loop. But yeah, footpaths on your doorstep literally with this property. So the house itself was built in 1845. My clients have been here for 36 years. 38 years. So it's literally the first time this has been on the market for 38 years, which is actually quite staggering. So a rare opportunity, but this house very rarely comes up. So parking wise, whilst we're out the front, obviously you can see 2 cars being parked here quite easily. A third one here if desired as well, depending on configuration. You have the garage there, doors that open out, so access into the garage that way. Lovely little front garden here. Very low maintenance, but you have my clients have planted some lovely flowers that do come up. You've also got some blackcurrant and some raspberry trees around here. And then this is a little vegetable patch that my clients have got here. Very well established. Great for home growing your vegetables and fruits if you wanted to. There is a log store around here, and actually some space at the side here, so the boundary goes all the way up along here to Harbourne Lane as well. So you've actually got a fair bit of a side plot here, where again this house offers so many extension potentials, one being at the side here where you could extend out to that boundary that I just showed you, so you've got all of that width to play with there. That is the little side pedestrian gate into the rear garden, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But yeah, lovely little front garden here. So do come on in. So like I say, original house was built in 1845. My clients have actually extended in 2006, the side extension, which will go out in a minute. So you walk into a little hallway there, perfect for your coats, shoes, etc. And then into, well, it could be whatever room really. This is my clients use it as a bit of a sort of inner hallway here. But you could have a dining room table potentially set up in this space here. A couple of casual chairs maybe. So it's certainly got space to do something with. Now this is the main chimney for the property. This side of the chimney is actually not open, but could be opened. So you could have a fireplace this side, an open fireplace or a wood burner. And then stepping through into the main living room, with orientating out to the front, you then see my clients have got a wood burner in the main fireplace here, which kicks out a lot of heat actually. So lovely oak flooring throughout the ground floor. Dining area here, which opens out, those doors open out onto the garden. So that is the wall to the kitchen where the bookcase is. So you could knock through that if desired to create more of an open plan, and then potentially probably block off this area to create an open plan kitchen dining room at the back of the house. Again, like I say, this house has huge potential. So this is the extension that was created by my clients to create really quite a multifunctional room. So currently being used as a bit of a storage room and a study, but has the potential definitely as an office, home office, a games room, a playroom, a studio, even a downstairs bedroom potentially, if you wanted to use it in that way, if you had the need for that, you certainly could. So very useful space, very multifunctional, and then into the main kitchen, which is extremely practical. So just to run you through, obviously you've got your sink drainer, you've got cupboard space all around here, you've got a huge amount of cupboard space there, then an integrated oven, hob, and then the cooker hood over, and a little sort of island here, worktop, and then cupboard space. My clients have got their fridge stored in that cupboard there, and then more storage up around here. So lovely farmhouse kitchen, terracotta tile floors. But my clients are both very keen chefs, and it's a very practical kitchen. So off there is a very useful utility space. So plumbing and space for a washing machine, and my clients have got their fridge and freezers in through there. There's also the extra sink there as well, and the water tank. So very practical kitchen here, but if you wanted to enlarge it, you have that scope, as I said, by next door knocking into that dining space, or indeed coming out into this space if you so wished. But if not, this is a lovely space. My clients have made this into a proper roofed, used to be a conservatory, now a proper roofed and insulated space with underfloor heating in this section here. And then double doors out onto there. You can see they have their dining room set up in this space here, and casual seating, but a fantastic space to explore the garden, look out onto the garden. So separate toilet there, which is your downstairs toilet for the house. So we are pretty much due south in that corner there. So you'll get sun all day long in this space, which again, given that is your own private garden and woodland beyond, which we'll go and see in a minute, it's absolutely fantastic. There is a motorised window there that you can let some fresh air into if you desired. So that's the ground floor. I'll walk you up stairs. So you've got 4 bedrooms, an ensuite bathroom, shower room, and a bathroom up here with separate toilets. So the first room you reach is a double bedroom, wardrobes there, and then that is the orientation out to the front. So as you see from pretty much every window, you've got these wonderful views over the field and the woodland at the back. Exceptionally private, exceptionally quiet. Storage cupboard in through there. And then there is the family bathroom overlooking the back. Got the bath there with shower over. Sink there and some storage cupboard space there. And then in through here is just a separate toilet, as you see there. Could be opened up into the main bathroom if you wanted to include that. And then you have another double bedroom in here. Really good size, this one actually. There is some wardrobe space there, and then again orientating out at the front there as well. And then there is the 4th bedroom, which is more realistically an office or a single bedroom. In this room it does have wardrobe space with cupboards above there. And then the main master bedroom is at the top of the stairs and turn left. It is absolutely wonderfully huge room. So this is the extension that my clients put on above the downstairs reception room. But that is your view. So I will mention that is the neighbouring field. My clients actually have a covenant that is in the deeds that basically dictates that pretty much sort of almost halfway along the first section of that field, looking along there, is not to be built on, basically, not to have any sort of development at all. So you have a covenant which dictates that, creating a wonderful sort of section of land that would never ever be allowed to be built on. A buffer zone, that sort of thing, and again, over that woodland as well. So you are protected here from development, albeit that's not anything in the pipeline whatsoever, but just to voice that as far as a natural line between there that will never ever have development on it, which is great. Very, very unique to have that. So that view is quite sensational. So that's at your bedroom window, lovely big window letting all that light in, and then an ensuite with your shower, a nice big rain head shower head there, and then a toilet and a hand basin around the corner. So great big master, huge potential to extend. So obviously you could enhance that 4th bedroom. If you did a side extension, you would naturally be able to make that bigger, or a thoroughfare into another bedroom as well. So just to orientate you back around again, that's the front door. So it's like an open kind of porch area, open into that. Obviously can be shut off if desired, and then into the main hallway there. So we're going to take a look at the garden now. So you've got access from here or that other door there that leads you directly out into the garden. Lovely little terrace area here, and again gets a huge amount of sun throughout the day. You'll see little seating areas dotted around. That's the side gate with the vegetable patch there. Another little rockery kind of garden, low maintenance but beautiful when it's in full bloom. Seating area there, seating area there. The brick wall is actually owned by my clients. There is a section behind the actual boundary that leads to the actual boundary there, so that isn't the official boundary wall, as it were. A bit of a gap in between. You have this lawned area here, flat, perfect for the children if they wanted a little play around, trampoline, that sort of thing. You have a lower section of garden as well that could also do that. That is the back door to the garage. Huge space, great potential to possibly utilise that. You would create a door in through that reception room where my clients have got their sort of desk in there. Again, huge expanse into that garage if you want to convert that, put a set of windows at the front there, creating a proper usable room. You could even also possibly go up again with another floor and link that to the upstairs bedroom again if you wanted to do that. There are so many possibilities with this house. That's a little side gate into a little courtyard area which has the oil tank. So that's what that is, and then that incredible view over the neighbours' field there. So I hope it picks up on the video how quiet it is. You're at one with nature here, wildlife, birds, and of course you have your portion of your own woodland here as well, which is exceptionally unique. So we're down at the lower, down the steps, looking back at the house itself. Another seating area here. Another set of steps coming down there as well. And another seating area there. The steps up to a side gate there, so you have actually got side access back round. And there is a pond here with fish. So very pretty. It's a naturally fed pond. Obviously, if you had children, you'd want to fence that off potentially, especially if they were young, but certainly amazing to look out onto. Very calm and relaxing part of the garden. Very low maintenance. My client hardly has anything to do with that pond. It's very, very self-sufficient. So shed, good size, that will stay. Little log store to the side there as well. And then I want you back here. So we've got a flat piece of garden here again. Great for little football field if you needed it. Trampoline for the children. So this is the boundary fence that goes along that field. That is the public footpath along that field that I talked about at the beginning of the video. That again goes around here. But you also, I'll walk you around in a second, this woodland that is your own, and then beyond as well with possibilities. This is another section to the garden, another seating area here, and then composting bins that my client uses very regularly. Fantastic for his vegetable patch. And there as well. So that's that corner of the garden. There is the opportunity to wander through back down here, which I will just do just to show you. Little pathway here. So we are currently in an area of natural beauty, and you can certainly see it all the way around with this woodland. So this is the stream that runs through the back garden. So this is still the garden with the house, and it's being sold with the house. So flooding wise, it doesn't in extreme weather. It's just about come up to about there, but no more, and you can probably see there's a gradient up there. It hasn't gone over to the back there where the gate, the little gate is there. It hasn't got to that point even in extreme rain, so it's safe from that perspective. And it meanders around here. Again, lovely sound of running water, very tranquil. So the woodland here, there is a section of woodland that is included with the house. I'll walk you around now. It's an incredibly unique proposition to have the opportunity to not only own a wonderful house in this incredible semi-rural spot with easy access to High Halden, Tenterton and Ashford on your doorstep, but also to have a section of woodland as well. Very, very rare indeed. So the stream, you can probably just see the banks. It runs around here, and there is a section up until this point that is basically, you might notice that's the first car we've seen since I've been recording this video. So again, just highlighting Harbourne Lane and how quiet that road is. So you just about see the little fence there, the wire fence that's running up along here. Now, all of this would be, and along to the road there would be, is included with the house, to call your own, to have as your own. Very, very low maintenance as far as what you need to do, but wonderful flowers that spring up here. You have wild garlic on that bank there. You have bluebells here as well. So when the bluebells are out, you have a carpet of bluebells, carpet of white little flowers from the wild garlic. These are rhododendron bushes, so when they're in bloom as well, you have an array of colour coming out here. And I will mention, beyond here is actually 2 acres further of woodland that my client actually owns and is available to purchase by separate negotiation. So yes, 2 acres of very, very similar woodland. Bit flatter, I must confess, than the section here. None of the trees are protected. You have freedom over that. But again, bluebells, wild garlic, and you know, from the potential children building dens, etc., endless hours of fun. So if you didn't have the need for the extra land, then again, just to point out, this would be included within the sale of the house. As I said before, a very, very unique proposition. So just a bit on the local area. I've mentioned about High Halden with its amenities. You also have St Michael's Village, which is about a 5-minute drive from here, which has a fish and chips, a pub, a petrol station, a post office, a DIY shop as well. There is actually a mini supermarket within the post office as well. So amenities the other way, the other direction, 5 minutes by car, and then again 5 minutes by car to High Halden, where you'll have all of those other amenities I listed at the beginning of the video. You also have Tenterton, which is about a 10-minute drive from here, and you have Ashford as well, which is about a 20-minute drive. You have the Ashford Designer Outlet Shops, which are an array of shops that that you have there. You also have collectively between Tenterton and Ashford a Waitrose, a Tesco, an Aldi and a Lidl as well. You have a main hospital, and you also have from Ashford the high-speed train links to London and Charing Cross, and they can also be accessed from Headcorn train station as well, with regular services also to London Bridge. You also have Eurotunnel in Folkestone, which is about a 25-minute drive by car, which gives easy access to mainland Europe. You also have Canterbury, Dover, Margate, Rye and Camber Sands as well, within striking distance of this property. And not to mention, there is a plethora of footpaths, bridle paths and cycleways that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, all from this property, which is very, very unique to have them so close to your doorstep. So if you're into walking, if you've got children, recreational walking, or just fancied a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon wander, you've got that literally on your doorstep. Also off-grid cycling as well in the local area, you've got that as well. So it has an awful lot, this property, huge potential to extend, but what won't be changing is this incredible semi-rural, delightful, quiet, tranquil setting with wonderful outlook over that field there, over your own woodland, and again, as I said, easy access to all of those villages that I mentioned, those towns. So although you have the feeling of semi-rural, you don't have the feeling of being cut off, because they are so close from an amenity point of view. So I hope that helps. That concludes the tour. If this property is of interest, do please let me know. My name is Jonathan from the Agency UK, and I can be reached on 07876 256 896. That's 07876 256 896. Thank you for watching.